everyone, welcome back to Steins. In the last episode, Moika was acting really fucking weird, and then we chilled out at the lab to find Mayuri staying overnight, and so is Kurisu. And now we're heading to the convenience store. After work on the phone wave, name subject to change, for about an hour, I head to the convenience store to buy dinner. Daru hasn't shown his face at all today. He must be busy with that part-time job. I still don't know what he's doing exactly. Probably something that utilizes his super hacker skills. I just hope he steers clear of the law. While working, I skim @channel on my phone. Teeter hasn't shown up lately. I think it's been a week since his last appearance. I've been reluctant to contact him ever since he called me the Messiah in his last email. That was about the same time he stopped posting. Now @channeler denizens are busy slandering Teeter. The majority opinion is that he ran away. I wonder where Teeter went. I tried emailing him the other day, but he hasn't replied. His disappearance is especially worrying now that I think he might be Suzuha's dad. I need to contact him somehow. Just then, a mail arrives. No sender name. The address is one I've seen once before. Got a bad feeling about this. I pause and take a look around, then swallow my fear and open the mail. You know too much. It feels as if a cold hand stroked my spine. It's a doll head. I hug myself, shuddering at the sight. I delete the email immediately. It happened again. This is bad. Really bad. This is a threat. Was it sent by the organization? By Seddon? Does Seddon know what we've been doing? Should I report it to the police? Wait, I can't. I just deleted it. In any case, the picture alone probably isn't enough to get the police involved. Still, maybe I should talk to somebody, but who? Not the girls. I can't worry them with this. I'm the adult here after all. What about Moika? No, she may be a lab mem, but she's acting really weird lately. Even if I tell her about this, she won't be of any use. Suzuha has her father to worry about. I guess that leaves Daru. I need to find out whether Seddon has discovered our hacking. What would Seddon do if they did find out, I wonder? They would have killed us. They wouldn't have killed us, would they? Despite my efforts to convince myself that this is just a prank, my feet hurry back to the lab. I burst into the lab, gasping for air, and quickly lock the door behind me. Finally, I catch my breath. But just then I realize something's wrong. Mayuri and Kurisu aren't here. Did they go home? No, their bags are still here. The lights are still on. The door, when I entered just now, was unlocked. They wouldn't be so careless. The memory of that threatening email fills me with fear. Don't tell me they were kidnapped. Who took them? The organization? Seddon? And then I hear a noise. Is that the shower? The lab has a shower inside the dressing room. There's no bath. We can't afford such luxuries, and it's too small to fit more than one person inside. Now I hear the sound of water running. I recall the famous scene from Hitchcock's Psycho. No. Fresh blood mixing into water and flowing down the drain. The corpse of two girls sprawled out naked on the tile. The second those images flashed through my head, I slam open the door to the shower room. Is everyone okay? Yeah, what are you doing? No peeking, Okarin! Through the steam, I see the wet, naked bodies of two girls. Mayuri squatting down while Kurisu bashfully twists her body to desperately hide her unmentionables. Their faces are red because of the heat or... Phew, you're still alive. I wipe the cold sweat off my brow and sigh deeply. Don't scare me like that. What are you guys doing packed into a tiny shower anyways? Kurisu shoots me a deadly glare. Get out, you perv! Whoa. I dodge a bar of soap aimed at my face and then quickly flee the dressing room. Well, I suppose that was all my fault. Mayushi's sad. I feel kind of dirty. You're going to regret this. I'll never forgive you. Damn it was just a small misunderstanding. I mean, why the hell did they decide to take a shower together when they knew I was coming right back? It's like they wanted to be seen. Krisu especially, after all that talk of not wanting to spend the night with me around, she sure dropped her guard awfully fast. They're just lucky it was me who walked in on them. What if it had been the organization? They need to get serious. We're fighting for our lives here. By the way, I didn't see a Mongolian spot on Krisu's butt, naturally. So I actually looked that up, and apparently it is a birthmark, a blue spot that appears on like babies around the rump. It sure looks like a bruise. It usually fades by the age of 2, and if it's still there by puberty, I guess it's there forever. Yeah. And it usually happens on darker skinned babies, according to Wikipedia. Anyways, how much longer are they going to shower? Looking at the clock, it's already been more than 15 minutes since I got back. They were yelling at me a few minutes ago, but now I hear laughter and happy squeals coming from the shower room. Sounds like they're having a good time. They get along almost like sisters. Wow, Christian, you're so slim. But Mayuri, your breasts are so big, I'm jealous. They're checking each other out, aren't they? Mwahaha. In my head, I call up the memory of what I saw in the shower. Wet hair, beads of water glistening on their soapy skin, round, full treasures hidden by conveniently placed steam. I put my phone to my ear. It's me. We have a problem. I'm under attack from the Mongolian Spot and Ditzy sisters. They're going directly after my sanity. A bold move against the insane, mad scientist Hoin Kyoma. This is the strongest offense I've encountered so far. I realize now that vulnerability itself can be a powerful weapon. They're pulling out all the stops, and I don't think my pants can take it. Give in to the temptation, nonsense. I would never do that. They're fellow lab mems, my loyal assistant, and my childhood friend. Must I? Is it truly the will of Science-Gate that I give in? That I raise my hand against my closest companions? If so, then how cruel fate be. El Sai Kanguru. After a moment of collecting myself, I put away my phone. I need some air. 2 days have passed since Krisu and Mayuri came to stay. During that time, Daru and I have done our best to support Krisu's work on the phone wave named subject to change. According to Daru, it should be easy to use the LHC to generate black holes for us to use. The black holes form at the proton collision point, where the lifter is installed, and exist for only a few seconds before evaporating. During those few seconds, Saturn throws a human into the singularity. We'll use those few seconds too. The gravity of the black hole compresses matter to infinite density. Saturn uses the lifter to keep the compression under control, but we don't want that. We're going to dial Saturn's lifter down, not so much that it endangers the world, of course, but enough to compress our memory data to under 36 bytes. Daru has been coding the necessary program. As for me, I've been searching for our lifter, the unknown device that pumps electrons into the phone wave named subject to change and keeps our black hole open. Krisu couldn't find anything that could serve as a lifter inside the microwave, so it must be something on the outside. We're not sure what it could be, and so far we have no idea where to start looking. Yesterday I consulted Daru about that threatening email, but Daru insisted that there's no way Saturn could have discovered his hacking yet. Of course, I had to make doubly sure we haven't been tracked. His test came back clean. I understand he's confident in his skills, and I trust him. If Daru says they haven't found out, then they haven't. But somehow knowing that doesn't ease my anxiety. On Friday, well, hold on, I want to check my email. I feel like I guess we're up late. Have you gone to any festivals or fireworks shows this summer? Maybe you have plans to go with Mayuri-san later? P.S. I did 22 practice swings with Samidare. No, too crowded. I'm being chased by the organization. Remember, the last thing I need is a knife in my back. I don't know Mayori's plans, but I'm pretty sure she's busy preparing for a different sort of festival soon to take place in Ariake. This one. Sad. Bloop. It's Friday, and although we haven't solved the lifter problem, Kurusu is about done with the time leap machine. Naturally, that means... excuse me. Naturally, that means it's time for her to give me something else to worry about. For the final adjustments, we just need to use the phone wave. I groan. In other words, we have to cause an electrical discharge phenomenon. There's a risk involved. A risk called Mr. Braun. As we know, the discharge phenomenon causes the entire building to shake. Last time Mr. Braun threatened to raise our rent if it happened again. Chris and Dao look at me. It's up to you, Okarin. Take care of it. In other words, you're sending me to die. Your sacrifice will allow us to complete the time leap machine. Besides, you're always the one who talks to the boss for us. Well, maybe it's time for you to put your lives on the line. I can't. That girl who works there hates me. Fine, but hear this. I will not die. Like the immortal phoenix, I will return, no matter how many times it takes. With that said, I head down to handle things with Mr. Braun. Don't die, okay? As I pass through the lounge, Mayori looks up from her costume to see me off. Oh, look at that happy bunch. When I step into the store, Mr. Braun, Suzuha, and the Chipmunk are watching some comedy show on the massive 42-inch CRT. Watching TV at noon without customers in sight looks like business as usual at the Braun Tube workshop. I have email. I need to track where email fat is. I was forcing myself to be cheerful for that last phone call. Yeah, I actually feel like I could die. Yeah. Aww. She's just nervous. Sup? Okabe Rintaro. I raise my head in response to Suzuha's greeting. The chipmunk, Nae, quickly hides behind her father when she sees me. I see you're as busy as ever. Okabe! Buy a CRT. No thanks. I'm not some kind of retro TV otaku. I'd rather buy an LCD. I look around the store as I answer. Huh? I just thought of something. Like Stanon's large Hadron Collider, the phone wave named such a change must have some kind of electronic feed to keep the black hole open. Stanon calls this feed the LIFTER. We still haven't figured out what it is, nor what could be acting as a substitute for the LIFTER in our time machine. What if our LIFTER is somewhere in this shop? Whatever it is, it must be close proximity to the phone wave named subject to change. It couldn't work otherwise, and the Bromtube workshop is located directly below the lab. Could our LIFTER be a CRT? You've been having a lot of girls over lately, haven't you? Just the usual members. I was over there the other day. Invite me next time, huh? I want to talk to some young girls for a change. Daddy, that's dirty. It's a little alien over there. No, it's not. No, it isn't. It's marketing. Yeah, I'm looking for new customers. Check out this scary-looking guy trying to desperately explain himself to his daughter. Hilarious. What do you mean, for a change? You talk to me every day. You're not young. Suzu has the same age as Daru and I, which makes her older than Mayori and Kurisu. Did you say something, Okabe Rintaro? Only the truth. Nay, your father's happy as long as he has you, okay? Yep, I know. But don't say dirty things anymore, okay? And you lift her eyes just slightly up on her head a little bit or shrink them just a little bit. She looks so fucking weird. It's a promise. Like, Mr. Braun looks the best drawn, but his eyes are creepy as fuck because they look like he's being hypnotized. Actually, Nay's does too. They all kind of do. And then he joins Pinky's with his daughter. Damn, Mr. Braun, you're way off character. How does a guy like him produce a daughter like that? Nay is one of the kindest, gentlest girls I've ever met. I don't know why she's so afraid of me, though. Anyways, I came here to explain the building about to shake. How do I avoid having my head ripped off? How many more earthquakes do you think this building can handle? No, that's way too obvious. An earthquake is coming, my magic eye. Reading Steiner has seen it in the future. Escape while you can. Yeah, that might work. Hey, did Shina Mayori stay over yesterday? Yeah. So, Makise Kurusu stayed too. Yeah, they're both upstairs. Oh. Suzuha's hostility towards Kurusu hasn't abated. And how are you doing? Huh? Are you feeling better? Oh, yeah, I guess. The search continues. Huh? What's this about, part-timer? I'm searching for my dad. I told you before, remember? Alright. Go find your old man. Go find your old man, Okabe. Why does he think he can boss me around? Huh, naturally. Suzuha's a fellow labman. Leave it to us. Suzuha looks at me with a smile that shines through the gloom filling the store. Okabe Rintaro, we're the same age, but sometimes you seem a lot older. You really know how to give people strength. That's the first time anyone said that to me. It makes me kind of happy. Of course, I'm the greatest Hoin Kyoma. The chipmunk cowers in terror as I unveil my madness. I can see tears pooling in her eyes. I guess my aura is just too powerful for a grade school girl to adore. Okabe. Next time you scare Nae, I'll kill you. Nae. Yeah, Nae. Sorry. Come here a sec. Suzuha takes my arm and leads me away from the Tenojis, who have gone back to watching TV. I just want to say, be circumspect in your dealings with Makise Kurusu. What? Circumspect? Why can't you just say careful like a normal person? Not that I'm one to talk. This again. Aren't you just being paranoid? Suzuha shakes her head firmly. No. Her pernicious, I don't know what that word is, has been proven. That word? Is she saying Kurusu is dangerous? There's something strange about the way Suzuha is talking. It's not just her fondness for uncommon words. There's something else, something... Her genius is a threat. At heart, she only cares about her experiments. Suzuha's eyes are hard and her voice is cold as ice. I can tell that she means every word she says. Listen to me. She's using you all. Makise Kurusu is connected to Seren. What? No, that's impossible. Seren's our enemy. If Daru's hacking is discovered, I have no doubt they'll do everything in their power to destroy us. How can Kurusu be connected to Seren? You're saying she's a spy? Suzuha nods firmly. The credit for inventing the time machine was hers. Again, Suzuha's words sound strange to my ears, but I can't place my finger on why. Don't let your guard down. I don't believe it. I saw Kurusu's anger when she learned what Seren had been doing. She called their actions a betrayal of scientists everywhere. How can someone with such pure love of science be connected with Seren? But what if Suzuha says it's true? Could she be the one who sent that threatening email? I suspected Moika, but... Kya! Suddenly the ground starts to shake. Krisu started the experiment? But I haven't talked to Mr. Braun yet. Damn, it's too soon. Okabe! Sure enough, veins on Mr. Braun's forehead swell in response to the shaking. How many times do I have to tell you not to shake the building, cute girls or no? I ain't letting you off. Your rent's going up. Wait, Mr. Braun, this isn't our doing. It's an earthquake. My magic eye, reading Steiner, predicted this would happen. An earthquake? You think I'd fall for that? The shaking gets more intense, knocking over a CRT. Braun Tube-chan! No! Crap. I can't talk my way out of this one. Okabe, you bastard. Ron clearly wants to snap my neck like a twig, but he elects to protect his greatest treasure, the 42-inch CRT instead. He grabs the remote and switches it off, and then grabs a hold of the TV and hangs on for dear life. Whew. Is it over? Looks like it. Wait, it's over? I carefully step through the rubble and take the remote from the dazed Mr. Braun's hands. I press the red power button. The 42-inch instantly comes to life. I stare at the image on the screen and smile. What's wrong? I've done it! This is the lifter! It's so obvious, why didn't I see it before? Of course, this must be the work of Steins Gate. It chose this moment for a reason. What the hell are you laughing about, Okabe? You're scaring my daughter. I'm raising your rent, you hear? You're paying for that CRT. A little silence, please, Mr. Braun. This is the most glorious moment, for I have just been chosen as the ruler of all space and time. Wahahaha. Gah! Stars explode from behind my eyes as Mr. Braun delivers his fist in the top of my head. The world spins as I struggle to get a hold of my shaken brain. You dare lay a hand on the great... Got something to say? Well, Mr. Braun, put it on my tab. With that, I fly out of the workshop. I rub my head. It hurts like hell. Damn that Mr. Braun. Did he really have to crack me like that? Maybe I should report him for assault. Thanks to his brutality, I had to make a strategic retreat. Fortunately, I did not emerge empty-handed. The extra 10,000 yen a month will hurt. Ow. That's $100. But in exchange, I have acquired information essential to the success of my plan. All's well that ends well. Mwahahaha. Okari, the building just shook. Are you okay? Mayuri and Krisu appeared in the second-story window. Looks like you really are unkillable. I've seen the future, Christina. In 3 minutes, you'll be on your knees praising my greatness. I don't think so. I run up the stairs. How could you miss something so obvious? When I tell Kristo about the 42-inch CRT downstairs, that's her first reaction. Why are you blaming me? I'm not blaming you. I'm just disappointed that nobody, including myself, noticed. We missed the forest for the trees. To summarize, just now when the phone wave, name subject to change, shook the building, the 42-inch was on. But when Mr. Braun turned the TV off, the shaking stopped immediately. The discharge was interrupted. I put a banana in just to be sure nothing happened. I'm glad. We shouldn't waste food. Nobody replies to Mayuri's off-point statement. We're just busy reading about... Hold on. We're busy reading about cathode ray tubes on the internet. It doesn't take long before we find something interesting. A CRT has a component called electron gun, which uses extreme heat and strong electric fields to accelerate electrons and turn them into a beam. The electron beam strikes the TV screen. Phosphor layer is what generates the picture. An electron gun could certainly work as a lifter. We found the answer. The electrons emitted by that 42-inch CRT are holding the phone wave's black hole open. And the discharge phenomenon is the result. So the reason we can't use the phone wave at night is because the Braun Tube Workshop is closed. The Braun Tube Workshop doesn't have especially strict business hours, but it's usually open from 11 to 7. That matches up perfectly with my observation of when the phone wave name subject change only works between noon and 6. The few instances that hasn't worked during the time frame can be explained by the TV being off. But how can a cathode ray tube emit such a strong electron stream? It's not about having a strong electron stream. If stronger or better, Stenin would have solved the lifter problem long ago. I see. So it can't be too strong or too weak. By a freak coincidence, the 42-inch CRT's electron gun appears to have the exact right level of electron discharge. That's the only explanation. Somehow, the conditions here were perfect to create a time machine. Frankly, it's a miracle. No, Christina, not a miracle. This is the choice of Steins gate. Rather than a glare, as she has so many times in the past, Krista shoots me an exasperated smile. Whatever it is, it worked. Mayuri looks up from her costume with question in her eyes. So, what do we have to do to complete the super phone wave, Chan? Now that we found the cause, there's nothing left to hold us back. We can safely conclude that the time leap is possible when, and only when, that television is on. We should probably test it, right? And there's still a final check of the phone wave to do. You're right, Okabe. What? Go downstairs and turn that TV back on. Ha ha ha, that's hilarious, Christina. Allow me to dub that. Mission impossible! I'm not going back down there. My head still hurts from the last time. Next time, I doubt I'll make it out alive. Whatever, just go already. Kurisu orders me with a sour look. It's like I'm the assistant here. If anyone can do it, it's you. You've made an amazing discovery just now, didn't you? Assistant. Mine. Have you finally recognized my greatness as a mad scientist? No. Damn, that was harsh. Oh, whoops. I was supposed to flatter him so he'd feel like going, right? Yes, you're an amazing mad scientist. It's too late. Anyways, now that we found the lifter, the time leap machine is 99% complete. Chris's expression suddenly turned serious, and I can see the hunger in her eyes and the flush of excitement on her cheeks. She knows that we stand on the threshold of a new age in science, and she cannot resist the allure of the unknown. She is a true scientist, no doubt about it. It's your dream, isn't it? To invent a time machine? Our dream. I've never really thought about it that way. But she's right, my hands are shaking. Not from fear of Mr. Braun, but from excitement. I will become the undisputed Lord of Time. With that power, I shall shatter the system, and chaos will rule the... Okabe. This interrupts my speech. I wasn't asking Hoin Kyoma. I was asking Okabe. She spears me with her gaze. I meet it head on. After a few moments, I feel my mouth curve into a smile. I'll do it. Leave it to me. With that, I head downstairs. A cracked skull and an empty wallet are a small price to pay for science. Kurisu and daughter send me off with applause for some reason. Mayuri's the only one who looks worried, but I pat her on the head in reassurance. When I get downstairs, Suzuha and the chipmunk are sitting side by side on the bench outside. Sup? Nae, was it Nae? Nae gives me a quick bow and then hides behind Suzuha. That shaking upstairs put the boss in a bad mood. Nae and I are waiting it outside. Damn, now I really don't want to go in there. Are you okay? Dad hit you pretty hard. I'll have you know that my brain is more valuable than the Mona Lisa. Your father may have sent humanity back 100 years by whipping out my brain cells. Such a regrettable loss. Suzuha clasps her hands in solemn prayer. I'm not dead, just my brain cells. I'm sorry. Daddy did something bad. Chipmunk, what a gentle heart you have. I can't believe she's Mr. Braun's daughter. I suppose I share some of the blame. Your father and I are even. Nae. Not Nae. God, I'm just gonna keep calling her Nae. Nae smiles at my words of comfort. Now then, part-time warrior, I have a request of you. I need you to distract Mr. Braun for about 5 seconds. Suzuha's eyes start to shine. You mean seduce him? She flexes her biceps for some reason. Go on, touch it. She insists, so I poke it. It's just as hard as her confidence suggests. She's probably stronger than me. But I don't understand. She's scrawny as fuck. She's no way. But I don't understand what flexing has to do with seduction. Nobody said anything about seduction. It doesn't matter how you do it. I'm not much of a warrior if I can't handle that. Besides, you said you'd help me search for my father, right? I'm only returning the favor. I see. Then I leave it in your capable hands. Okie dokie. Suzuha, don't be mean to Daddy, okay? Haha. Don't worry, I won't be mean. Indeed. I want to complain that he's being the one mean, but I just say that we're even, so I refrain. Wait here, Nae. The chipmunk nods, and I check my email. Ryukako, you and Mayuri-chan don't go to places together. You're both lab members, and I heard you're childhood friends, so I thought, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I did the 30 practice swings with Samidari. The chipmunk nods. When we enter the store, I find Mr. Braun cleaning up pieces of the broken CRT. Aww. Our eyes meet, another vein pops in his forehead. If you came to apologize, I'll listen, but your rent's going up, understand? I'm sorry about what happened. I overreacted. As a token of apology, my lab representative, Amane Suzuha, would like to present you with a gift. Boss, get ready. The vigorous shout, which in no way seems appropriate for seduction. Suzuha whips off her jacket and... Yeah. What is going on in this picture? Throws it into Mr. Braun's face. I can see her bra. No, wait, that's not a bra. It's a tight tank top that leaves her midriff bare. Yet Suzuha shows no sign of embarrassment as she rushes Mr. Braun. She slips behind him and grabs her coat and pulls it tight against his face. Okabe, now's your chance. Now, wait a second. Is this your idea of subduction? It looks like you're trying to suffocate him. Hottie. Mr. Braun flails his arms trying to escape Suzuha's restraint. There's a huge difference in strength between the two. It's only a matter of time before he shakes Suzuha off. Well done, warrior. Your heroism will be remembered. Realizing that the only choice to go for, I dash to the counter, grab the remote, and switch on the 42-inch CRT. After about 2 seconds, an image appears on the giant screen. At the same time, the ceiling starts shaking. Kurusu activated the phone wave. Name subject exchange with perfect timing. Mer. It's shaking again, Okabe Runataro. What's going on? Did she really take off her clothes without knowing why? You're a lifesaver, part-time warrior. If you can keep it up, restrain her for 10 more seconds. During that time, I escaped from the store. Goo. Outside, Nay is following earthquake drill procedure, crouching while protecting her head. I ignore that and look up at the second floor. At the exact same time, Kurisu appears in the window and gives me a happy thumbs up. But a second later, she blushes and shoots me a glare and then disappears inside as if nothing happened. What's with her attitude? Risking my life here. In any case, the experiment was a success. 42-inch CRT was the key, as I suspected. Now, how do I explain this to Mr. Brahm? I don't want him to kick us out of the building, or perhaps I should have left it to Suzuha. I timidly peek in the store to gauge the situation. Come on, boss. Give me back my jacket. Suzuha's there, fidgeting with her tank top as Mr. Brahm glares down at her. Shut up. I'm confiscating this. You perv. You're the perv throwing your shirt in my face like some kind of dancer. That was pretty kinky. Gotta remember that to thank Okabe after I kill him. Kinky? Don't say things like that. It's gross. Anyways, you can work like that for the rest of the day. Go stand out front and use that flat tummy of yours to attract customers. I'll tell Nae on you. Ha! Who's she gonna believe, you or her old man? Damn, no problems here. Suzuha's seduction strategy worked, I guess. Mr. Brahm, what a guy. On that note, I'm gonna leave this episode here. What a peculiar situation we are in. I don't know, I like Suzuha. She's so weird. I don't know, I like her whole personality and her weird, like, she seems kind of goofy and then she has like the serious side. Alright, well, anyways, I'm leaving this episode here. If you're enjoying the series and you want to see more of it or more from me, then please subscribe and do all that YouTube shit. And in the next episode, we are, I guess, watching a high school softball game or something. So I will see you then.